All right, Tuesday, February 25th, give you a shot rundown for the week. Show you what we're working on. Let's see, on the GT here, we got a few things done on the front end. We did a front camera mount, and this is a magnetic charge port. And it looks like it sticks down quite a bit, but it actually isn't too bad because this lip hangs over pretty good. So that way you can charge his car with his little battery charger here super easy. So that just magnetizes on. Just get a little cover that goes over this. So works pretty good. We also took these plates out of the GT. These are where the amplifiers mount. We're going to take those and have them powder coated. We're going to take these bolts, have these powder coated black too. These little screens are going to go behind these, go behind it like that. So that'll match the seats. So that should be pretty cool when they're all done. Oh, another thing, we were able to try that Truly sub out in this enclosure. And it is definitely a better sounding woofer, which it better be for the price compared to a entry-level JL Audio woofer. So our honest reviews on it so far, we haven't had a lot of time to really critically listen to it, but just in listening to it for the good maybe half hour that we did, it's definitely a more musical woofer than the JL woofer. There was less motor noise that we could hear, or mechanical noise on the subwoofer, which usually isn't a big deal in most cars because the speaker's so far away from you, you're not going to hear mechanical noise. But this one being right between the seats, this is a perfect application for this style woofer. So our opinion would be it's definitely got its purposes or certain applications that it will work really, really good in. It is a very expensive woofer, so is it something I'd recommend for every single job? No, absolutely not. I mean, there's definitely other options that would work better in different situations. But for this particular project, it is 100% the woofer that we should be using, and sounds really, really, really good. The boat, we're working on the amp rack. I'll show you that really quick. So we're going to have 7 amplifiers in this boat. So this will be the rack here for the amps and distribution panel. So what we did is our CNC is a little bit too small to do this whole thing. So we CNC'd as much as we could, and then we'll take this template and screw it on here to the holes that were already drilled and finish this last little bit out with the router. We're going to have 1, 2, 3 VXI Marine amplifiers, or MVI. We have an 8-channel, a 6-channel, and an 8-channel. And then down here we have 4 of the HD 1200 ones for the subwoofers. See if I got the drawing here on the computer. All right, here on the computer you can see how we lay out the amp racks. We draw it all up in CAD here. So we download the files for the amplifiers from the JL site, and then adjust accordingly. So then we know exactly, where the wires need to be going in and out. These ones up here, we've measured the Stinger fuse holders, so that way we know exact spacing we need from the actual distribution out to where it goes through the hole without having too tight of a bend. We've just kind of figured that out over the years. These are the fuse holders we use, or we'll be using for that rack. So that amp rack that I just showed you is going to go down in this little cubby here on this back wall against the back or the side of the boat here. So we'll make some brackets off this wall here and some brackets off this stuff over here, and then that's going to sit tight up against that wall, and then that'll still leave the rest of the storage here. And at the bottom right here, we're going to do all the batteries. Another thing we've been doing on the Chaparral build is any product that's been coming out or in of the boat or going into the boat, we've been weighing to see how much extra weight we're adding to the boat by the end of the project, and we're putting down, you know, if we're putting on the port or starboard side. So we're making a list of that as we go. So that'll be kind of interesting. Maybe at the end of the build or something, maybe we'll do some kind of giveaway. Whoever can maybe guess the closest amount of weight that went into the boat, net weight. Maybe we'll give them like a pair of marine speakers or something like that. But that'll be down the road. This boat's here probably for another couple months or so. We're kind of doing it in between other jobs that need to be in and out in the winter since he's not using the boat right now. So anyway, another fun little thing we're doing with it. One other tip that maybe might help other shops. I'm sure a lot of people already do it, but we always tape a little microfiber towel here, so any cords that go up and over into the boat, they're not touching the actual fiberglass. So that helps, so it's not rubbing on that. Someday we'll get some stuff maybe wired in the ceiling, so we can do some pull down stuff instead of having to go over the side. Some other action we've had this week is the shop kind of flooded on Sunday. I took some video of that. I'll show that here. But all the snow melt that happened here overnight, we got kind of a hill that goes down, and anyway, it came up over the concrete and hopefully below the bottom plate, which is a pressure treated, so that's good. So hopefully nothing got too bad up into the walls or into the insulation. But that was something to take care of on a Sunday. Well, came out to the shop this morning to start working on the upstairs, and look what I have to deal with. So I haven't washed any cars or anything in here. This water that's coming in is coming in from the outside. We probably had 8 inches of snow melt. You can see this is kind of drying out because the floors are heated. But this is my wood shop area. It's a disaster. All the way back into this closet back here. So we are going to address this morning. I'll show you the outside. You can see we do have a slope right here. We've had the shop for like 15 years and it's never done this. But this water, you can see, is all the way up to the edge. So that's where it's all coming in all the way down. So I just went and got a sump pump. And I'm going to try and pump that out of there for now. And then we'll try and clean up the water on the inside. Hopefully the heated floors will dry everything out. Good times. Here I got this little pump we grabbed at Home Depot. This guy set up. Pumping out here. You can see it's drying up pretty decent with the floor heat going. It's only been about 30 minutes to an hour. Most of that stuff's dried up. Still pumping a little water here, but got the water down below the floor line. The floor line's at the bottom of this drip edge, so you can see it's down a ways. Still got that pump going, but anyway, just another distraction to getting projects done. I'm sure everybody deals with that. But gonna leave the fan going in the shop to move some air around, and then that little floor fan too should help out. So other thing, I'll show you the office. I've been working on that. It's hard to see in here, but anyway, I got all the sound deadening, got all my vapor barrier except for this corner over here. I still got to finish up a couple of wiring things, but everything's all done up here, ready for drywall pretty much. So that's coming along. Well, that's about all we got going on. The next couple, I don't know, within the next month or so, a couple projects we might be having coming in. We might be doing a Cybertruck for base, which that one could be pretty interesting. We got another Porsche GT3 RS coming in for a radar system as soon as the weather clears up a little bit. Another thing we might be doing is have a customer, actually the customer with the GT wants us to maybe do his Bobcat ATV. So anyway, we got some interesting stuff coming up, so stick around for that if any of that sounds interesting. And then hey, we still got some of these templates left, so let's do another pair of them or something to give away this week. So why don't you, if you know a buddy that's deserving, maybe throw in the comments why you think he's deserving, he or her I should say, sorry, but just throw down in the comments why you think that person might deserve these, and we'll ship them out to them. And like before, there's no catch, no shipping charges if it's in the lower US. We've shipped them out, and I'm sure somebody can pipe in and say that it's legit. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.